Hello, everybody. It is Monday night, the 23rd of January, 2023. We got some 23s going on here in the date. 9:25 p.m. here, East Coast time. And this is CarolinaWXAuthority.com. Make sure you come on over and give us a visit. Also, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video. Please hit the subscribe button right down there in the bottom right part of your video. It should be a button there that says subscribe. It's free. We appreciate it, and it helps spread and grow our channel. So looking at the website right over here, our latest article is over here with the rain and thunder return Wednesday. This is our latest story right now. As you can see, this graphic right here showing much of the Carolinas going to be involved in rain and thunderstorms as we head into Wednesday and during the day. So it's looking like it's going to be another miserable day up there. Rain for the most part across much of northern and part of western North Carolina, up into Virginia and all that, even coastal Virginia. And then showers pretty much for the western part, including Asheville in the mountains and eastern Tennessee and parts of northern Georgia. Right there is the rain amounts that are expected. And just like today's system, there's going to be more mountain snow behind this on northwest flow. This is an upslope effect right here, and it kind of just makes it snow in the mountains with the wind up against the terrain. So watch for more of this as this pattern just continues. And that seems to be the type of pattern that we're stuck in for now, at least for the next 8 days or so, maybe 9 or 10 days. There might be a little bit of a change on the horizon. So make sure you watch till the end of the video, and we will get into those possible changes that are coming up. Okay, so looking at the satellite here across the United States, here's our next weather maker here over the Four Corners, heading into Texas. And this system will skate eastward on Tuesday and then part of Wednesday as it moves up into our area like this here across the southern U.S. There's supposed to be some severe storms here across the Gulf Coast on Tuesday, so we'll have to definitely watch out for that. And then it's pretty much going to be rain here in the Carolinas once this system actually makes it to our area. And of course, as I said, there's the severe outlook here on the 24th, which is this Tuesday. That's tomorrow. So many communities here across southern Louisiana and even Mississippi and Alabama should be on the outlook right here for some threatening weather, especially with the storms moving off the Gulf, as there could be some spin-ups here as the storms kind of head on shore. Water spouts or tornadoes are possible all along these coastal areas. Even coastal Texas looks like they can get in on the action here on Tuesday. Not too much confidence here as the storms head into the Carolinas on the actual on Wednesday. But let's see if we can actually get the map pulled up here for Wednesday instead here also. Okay, right. So here we go. It's not looking like it's going to be a widespread severe outbreak here, but this is going to be just an outside chance of some severe storms here in the dark green, primarily eastern North Carolina through here and in South Carolina through here. So Wilmington, maybe Myrtle Beach, as the flow is going to be onshore. There could be some twisters here along the coastal plain between North and South Carolina, maybe even across southern Georgia also, including Savannah and this area right in here. So be on the alert for some decent storms as this next system approaches our area on Wednesday. And let's get right down to it here as we watch the GFS model unfold over the next 7 days. So here we go. High pressure is in control for the most part on Tuesday right here. So it's going to be a pretty nice day across here, across the Carolinas. But here's going to be our next weather maker, as we saw on satellite, and that is going to move our direction just off to the east like that, more than likely. And then it's going to bring some severe storms here during the day on Tuesday, maybe in the Tuesday night. So this could be some nighttime severe storms here across the Gulf Coast. And this system is going to continue to press east into early Wednesday. Looks like it's going to be raining across western North Carolina. Maybe a little bit of mixing there across the very, very northern tip of the mountains, North Carolina, and in western Virginia. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty decent storm, but it's going to kind of cut up to our west across the mountains, up the mountains, and it's not going to really give us a good chance for any type of severe or type of winter weather here. Severe storms, yes, but the winter weather is not going to really be a big concern with this system. And then colder behind, and then there's going to be upslope snow showers once again here across the mountains of North Carolina and Virginia, as all the wind is kind of coming out of the northwest like this, and it's going to cause these snow streamers here in the western North Carolina mountains. And then this is Thursday, where it's still snowing in the mountains more than likely. The upslope snow showers come to an end, but it's colder for sure on Thursday. It's going to be a colder day this week. And then here comes another system that kind of skates way by to the north. It doesn't even come down here. High pressure's in control once again. It's going to be, looks like a nice Friday. Nice Friday pretty much overall. Maybe seasonal. Nothing really too cold. Nothing too interesting to write home about. Right here is kind of like a high pressure. And it's going to just feel like seasonal. I mean, there's not going to be anything that's going to be really standing out as far as super cold. I mean, you know, we don't have that type of huge outbreak that we had in winter in the Christmas time. That's not going to be there, so I wouldn't even worry about all that. But then here we go once again as we go into Sunday. Another dreary, cold, rainy day seems to be the pattern. If we were in winter time, we are in winter time. If we were colder, this would be a much more favorable pattern for snow, with these systems coming out of Texas up the Gulf or even out of the Gulf and coming like this. But it's all just rain. All the cold air is locked up. All the cold air is in jail. It's all the way up here. So this is actually where it is. And it's not really making it down here. It's making it down to this red line. But that's it. So every single storm that comes up this way is going to be cold starved. It's definitely not going to be moisture starved. So the moisture is there. And for some snow weenies, that's really frustrating because the pattern is great, but the cold air is just non-existent. There goes that system. Next Monday, January the 30th, doesn't really get that cold behind it, but then here comes yet another storm system. And this is to start the month of February. This is looking like a little bit interesting here, but again, it's marginally cold. It's just a little too warm on the 2nd of February here. This is just going to be a big question mark. I mean, it's all going to be cold enough in the backside of the system, but then again, it looks like it's going to be cold air catching up to the precipitation, which never favors snow in this area right in here. And of course, the model has really heavy rain across much of South Carolina, North Carolina. And this is going to be one of the busiest times of the winter for us, which is right around February 2nd, right here. And if we don't score anything at all across North Carolina and the Piedmont, I mean, there might be some mixing here across northern North Carolina, as this model's indicating, but the model is just so far out right now, it doesn't even know how to handle all this. So we have no idea. But if we have a chance, it would be around the 2nd of February or so. And then that system moves away, and it's going to get a lot colder behind that. But again, it's only like really transient cold. I mean, it doesn't last, and then there's another warm nose, and yet another system comes up this way. And it could just be all rain once again as we go into February 7th or so. That's really all the GFS has right now for us. It's not like it's going to be, you know, a super favorable pattern here for any type of like prolonged cold or snow. Let's look at the overall temperature trends as we go into the month of February from current, which is the 23rd right now. So it looks like it's just going to really kind of remain seasonally average, seasonally normal temperatures as we are in Tuesday here. Maybe a little bit chilly across the southeast. It's going to feel a little cold outside tomorrow, Tuesday, here in the southeast. So nothing really too crazy. There's no big cold wave or any type of like big trough or anything to be seen right here. And then it starts to warm up again as we head into later Tuesday and Wednesday. It looks really warm right there, especially ahead of our storm system on Wednesday. It's going to be really warm. And then we're going to kind of like I said, like cool off a little bit as we go into Thursday with the upslope snow showers right there. Nothing too extreme other than just some colder air, a little bit below normal for the season. So it's going to feel cold for a little while. It's going to really warm up again into the weekend. More rain on Sunday, probably a chilly cold rain. And then the big Arctic blast comes all the way down from Canada. But let's actually take a look and zoom out and see where that goes. It goes down into Texas. It's almost like a February 2021 effect right there. It could be. So let's hope that there's no more tragic traffic accidents in Fort Worth, Texas, because that looks like where that's going. All that cold air. Southeast, unfortunately, just remains on the warm side. Look at that. Southeast isn't participating in winter as we head into later this month, early February. All this in here, and I'm gonna draw a snowflake as best I can on the screen. No, I didn't want to do that. I definitely didn't want to do that. Okay. Thank you, Screencast-O-Matic, for trying to make my life more difficult than it already is. So, this is all cold right here. This is very favorable for the northern plains, central part of the United States, and not so much for the southeast. So that's really going to leave us high and dry over here. Not a whole lot to write home about. And these are the ensembles, which are typically more accurate. And then maybe we might move into like a more normal, seasonally average air mass as we go into the 3rd or so of February, and then into the 4th. And it's looking like the Southeast Ridge doesn't want to hang on too much. It tries to really assert its presence. But in the GEFS ensemble, it looks like it finally starts to feel like winter, maybe like towards the latter half of the first week of February. So that might be finally some good indications, but we're going to have to see if the model trends continue. Again, this is the GEFS, and this is the Euro ensemble. So let's get the 12Z going here. And then we're looking at the 29th and the 30th. It's looking warm, just like the GEFS says. This trough is probably going to shift a little bit more to the east, but we're still going to remain above average into the February 3rd or so. And then the Euro ensemble agrees that we could be seeing some below normal temperatures here in the Carolinas on the 3rd and the 4th and maybe into the 5th or so of February. So don't lose hope because it looks like we're entering our snowiest time of year. And if we're going to have a window, it's going to be during the first week of February, sometime between the 3rd and the 7th, we think. So that's pretty much where our winter weather chances are going to be here for the Southeast. Thanks a lot for watching. I am Mike Griffith for Carolina Weather Authority, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button here at the bottom if you enjoyed this video, and it helps us grow our channel. Okay, everybody, take care and be good.